my lovely queens? I hope you've been well. Long time no see, to be honest. I haven't done a makeup tutorial on YouTube in so long, but I'm really trying to get back into the rhythm of things. So today I'm going to show you how to create this simple, long-lashed, bold red lip look. I think this look is super versatile because you can wear it in the day if you wanted to. Also a really nice evening look if you're going to like your formal or a nice dinner or whatnot. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. So I've already moisturized, I've already primed my face just to save a little bit of time and so we can jump into the look pretty much straight away. And so for primer, I use the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. Pretty much use it in all of my tutorials. Like, I am a creature of habit, it's a staple for me. I will only change product when I find something better than this. So for foundation, I'm using Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 290. Basically, I squirt a couple of droplets onto my little buffing brush here. And then I will just like dot it around my face like this, like just to make sure that the product is quite even. So I just kind of use like very like short, sharp movements just to get that initial bit of foundation blended into my skin. And you know what, I actually don't put a whole lot of foundation under my eye. I keep it pretty light because I am going to be highlighting there, so I don't want too much product build up. So just making sure that I'm buffing it into my sideburns and making sure that there isn't like a drastic line between my hairline and my foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I'll be using my holy trinity of Benefit brow products. I used to use Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I've converted. So I'm going to be using the Ka-Brow pomade in the shade 6. Then to set my eyebrows, because I do have quite wild hairs, I'm going to be using the 24-hour brow setter. And then I use the Precisely My Brow pencil. I don't normally use the pencil that much because I find that brow pomade actually fills in my brows quite well. But I do just use like the end part to just sort of spoolie my brows through and make sure that, you know, they're looking nice and neat. I'm just going to zoom you guys in so you can see my brow process. The first thing I'm going to do is just take my spoolie and just brush that through. Helps to get that extra bit of foundation out of my eyebrows as well. Also, my eyebrows are so overgrown, like they're not neat at all, so this might be a bit of a struggle trying to find my shape. And then I'm just going to dip into my pomade like this. So sorry, I forgot to mention the pomade actually comes with a little brush, which is so good and so convenient. So basically the brush comes out of the top like that, and then you just sort of unscrew the bottom part, and then you've got your little pot. And then I just dab in like a couple of times just to get a bit of product on the very edge of the brush. And then the first thing I'm going to do is just line the bottom part of my eyebrow. And then I'll sort of extend that line, but using more of a lighter touch, just because you don't want your eyebrow to be too heavy at the beginning of the eyebrow. Once you've sort of lined out the bottom of your brow, you want to start filling in the middle section of your brow and then start to carve out the top as well. So I'm really just like using the angled brush to my advantage and using that to sort of carve out my brow arch. You also want to make sure that when you're doing the beginning of your eyebrow that you're using really light strokes, because you just don't want it to look too heavy, otherwise it'll make you look quite angry. So I'm not actually done with my brows yet. I'm going to highlight the underside of them to make them look nice and sharp. So I'm using like a nice little angled brush like so. And I'm using my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Concealer, and I'm just going to dip into that ever so slightly. And then I'm just going to cut it. You do want to get as close to the brow as possible without actually getting concealer in the brow. My brows are officially carved for the gods. So my next step is to conceal my under eyes using my Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to start dotting that under my eyes, like that. Just down my chin a little bit and then up my forehead. And I'm just going to take my damp Beauty Blender and blend. Of course, I want to conceal my lids for when I do my shadows as well. So I think the purpose of this look is to keep the eyes quite simple and quite neutral and really just focus on long, luxurious lashes and a really bold lip. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, and I'm going to use Cocoa Truffle, which is this like brown color here, and then this lighter color which is called So Bougie. I've zoomed you in so you can see my eyes. So I'm dipping into So Bougie, which is that lighter caramel color, and I'm going to trace that along my crease. And it's super subtle, you guys. It's really just so it creates a bit of dimension. You can see, right? Like, it's not a huge pop of color, but I really like what it does in terms of creating a nice shape to my eyes. Now, using the exact same brush I've been using, I'm going in with Cocoa Truffle, which is that darker brown, just tapping off that excess product and then literally going across the lid, so right underneath the crease. So what I do is I just pat the color on ever so lightly, and then I blend it in going from outwards to the inner corner like that. I don't want to neglect my inner corner, so I'm going to take this shimmery shade here, which is called Classy and Sassy, and I'm going to add that to my inner corner ever so slightly. Now I really do want to keep my under eyes quite bare, so I'm just going to take that color So Bougie, which is that light latte color, and I'm just going to run it under my eye ever so slightly. The lashes that I'm using are Huda Beauty Noel. I really like these lashes because they're double stacked and they really give you that volume and length and make you look so luxurious and beautiful and sexy. So I use Duo glue because I feel like it lasts a long time. And it really makes your eyelashes stick. So what I do is I just like squeeze it a little bit, get some of the glue on the Q-tip, and then I just tap off some of that glue if it's too much, take the lash and I just sort of dab it along the lash line, just like that. I normally apply like a little bit more on the outer corners. Now while we wait for that lash to dry off a little bit, I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm just going to do one eye first, and then I add a very thin layer of mascara. Like that. You really don't want it to be too clumpy. So you can see that the glue is drying a little bit because it's getting a little bit tacky. I think it's all good for me to start to actually apply this. I never use tweezers, I use my fingers, and I basically clamp the lash in the middle, like that. And then I place it on, like this. And I hold it for a few seconds. And then I focus on actually clamping down the edges. So I'll start with the outer corner first. And then using the tweezers, I'll actually grab the lash and stick it down. Alright guys and gals, my lashes are done. I had to do the other one off camera because I was getting too anxious about doing it on camera. Now I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills M-Breezy highlighter and I'm just going to add that to my inner corner. Just like this. So we're nearly there, but my next step is to contour my face. Normally I use like a powder contour, but I'm actually going to use the KKW Beauty contour sticks. So I'm going to go in with that dark shade here and just trace my cheekbones. Like that. Down my nose. Then I'm going to use the light contour stick. I'm just going to go down the bridge of my nose. Here as well. And just above and below those lines. And down my chin. I'm not actually going to use the brush that she provides. I'm going to use my own little stippling brush. And I'm just going to gently buff that into my skin. I have no idea how to contour my nose, but here we are, giving it a go. I know a lot of people don't use blush, but if you were to use one, then I recommend the NARS Orgasm Blush because it's beautiful and it has a really nice shine to it. So when you blend it with highlighter, it looks amazing. And I've said this before in a video, but I'm saying it again. And I'm going to go back in with my Amrezy highlighter and just add that to my cheekbones and to the top of my nose. So I'm going to go in with this red lipstick from Sports Girl Beauty, and it's called Bombshell. I'm going to start applying that to the outer corner of my lips. I've got this lighter red here which is called Almost Famous, and I'm going to apply that to the middle of my lips. And I'm officially done with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm actually going out tonight and I'm going to wear it with a nice like white two-piece outfit with a bit of gold jewelry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what else you want me to create for you guys. If you have any ideas, pop them down in the comments below. It's been an absolute pleasure. See you later guys. Bye!